Monday morning. It's about 7:30. I don't know if I've said this in a video yet, but on the way to the gym, I come through this neighborhood that we love to drive through all the time. In our opinion, super fancy neighborhood, very, very affluent area. It's also sitting on a golf course that I would love to golf at, so I don't mind driving through it. Anyways, the reason we drive through this, I drive through it on the way to the gym because of, just because of the way I gotta turn left into the gym is not super convenient. I have to like go up and do a UE and all this bullshit. But if I cut through this neighborhood every morning, thank God it worked out that way. I get to look at houses like this. It just keeps me fired up. I want to be in close proximity to the things that I eventually want. And I do want a very, very nice life. And I do want a very, very nice home for my girls, for my family someday. You know, there are just some things that we want. And we are gonna have it, okay? And I do believe it's gonna be sooner in the big picture of life, in the sense of I don't think I'm gonna be an old man. I think I'm still gonna be a very young man. You know, I'm hoping within the next 5 years, that I will have it. Now, I wanna be clear, a fancy home and kind of what feels or looks like a wealthy lifestyle is only it's only a percent of what I want. I'm gonna go in here and work out. We gotta get home, cold plunge, shower, work. You know the fucking deal. So let's go. All right, so we gotta move quick. We are just going to work on biceps today. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the journey. Purpose locked, I'm running with the furnace burning. It's can wheels on the grind, keep the kingdom turning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up in the morning on my own, Bible open, covering my home, every word that's spoken. 3 little girls down the hall still dozing. Reason that I grind, keep my calling in motion. I ain't chasing likes, I'm chasing legacy. Showing them a life built on faith and integrity. Cam wheels in the mirror, God's son, not a brand. I move, he multiplies more than I can. No. This that kingdom over rat race. Fire for my family, hope in my face. Work with vision, not lost in the pain. Relentless for my home every day, Yeah, this, that freedom.
All right, one massive downfall about my secret gym. I gotta take a shit, and there's nowhere to shit. I fucked up. I went past the point. But listen, I gotta take a shit. We gotta get the fuck out of here. But I keep having to pause, man, because I passed the point of almost no return. I gotta pack this up. I gotta get it in the truck. Oh man, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Peace out. I have lost my mic again. Well, I'm looking for it though. We made it home from the gym without an explosion or any accidents. Or emergency, but not emergencies. It very much was a fucking emergency. So, made it home. Didn't have time to cold plunge. Actually, didn't have time, but also just decided that now that I am kind of working on specific muscle groups, just the best way I know how, not going to cold plunge immediately after. Going to wait, probably do it in the afternoon after a cardio session in the afternoon. And then that way I don't do anything that's counterproductive against the workout that I do in the morning. So anyways, but I lost my fucking microphone. This is the second time I've lost it. It's very frustrating. And I only got one DJI mic that came with this camera. So anyways, we got to find it. And then we're going to go down to the pool, catch a little sun on this pale head, and have some fun. Hopefully the water's not too cold. Actually, you can see it from right here. Yeah, and then we'll come back up. I don't know what the rest of the day holds, honestly. Right now, I can't think much past finding this microphone. So, anyways, didn't shit the pants Almost did. All right, found the microphone. It was attached to a shirt that was in a laundry basket. Anyway, so that was close. Would have had to buy a new one and then wait for it to arrive. What do you do, Goofy? So, anyways, we're about to jump on the treadmill, and we're not going to drink any more of this today. No, A, I just don't think you should probably drink a ton in a day. B, I think it might be the culprit behind why I've got to shit all the time. So, we're about to jump on the treadmill, do 30 minutes of cardio. I'm going to see if I can incorporate a jog back in. My knee no longer hurts. I haven't talked about it. I just haven't paid any attention to it, but it has not hurt at all whatsoever for about the last 3 to 5 days. So we might try and incorporate a light jog and then go into the pool, and we'll take you with us. It is 6:30, so full disclosure, some days I don't feel 100%. Some days I'm fucking tired. Doesn't happen very often anymore, but it does still happen. So after work, we went out to the pool, got some sun. Some in that sun today just made me a little sleepy. So I went in, laid on the couch, fell asleep, woke up, kind of felt like crap. That's okay. When I did not have a purposeful day and a day filled with productivity in all areas, with my family, at work, with my health and exercise, those days where I actually probably meant to nap actually, because I was exhausted and had no energy, no purpose, I woke up and honestly, really most days probably just felt like I could cry, man. Just felt like shit. Waking up from naps, I don't know, it just did that to me. But that's okay. Here is what's important. I got the fuck up and I knew it was 6 o'clock. I was like, look, it's 6:37 now. I woke up at 6. And I was like, what am I gonna do, man? I took this nap. I don't feel great, feel a little sunburned. I don't really feel like working out. So instead, I didn't barter with myself. I didn't ask myself any questions. I didn't delay. I asked Samantha to make me a little bottle of pre-workout. I got on the treadmill and I just said, look, just walk, and started to feel amazing. Probably just from the blood flow, the cardiovascular system, just waking it back up. But anyways, nonetheless, didn't take long to go. Hey man, I'm gonna wrap up these 10 minutes. I think I was on there for 12. And then we're going to the gym, and then we're going to feel great, and then we're going to get home, and we're going to get some productive stuff done. And anyways, the point of sharing this is today in this video, the only things I've recorded, I believe, because that nap kind of made everything feel a little cloudy. I recorded my way here this morning, talked about staying close in proximity to things that keep you motivated, remind you of your goals, dreams, and visions. Worked out, went home because I almost had a shit emergency. It was a fucking emergency. It just didn't create a disaster. Worked, got all my work done, went to the pool with the kids, got some sun, fell asleep, woke back up. Here we are. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a video. Not for the people who won't be watching it right now, because again, I'll just keep saying it, I don't care. If you're watching this close to when I make it, which is April of 2026, look down below. Nobody's watching. I know that. But I hope that someday a lot of people do. And so I want to make sure that I'm transparent with people so that when this goes big and there's tons of people watching my shit and I'm even better at this life of mine, then I want them to be able to look back and see my very transparent, humble honesty. So today just wasn't that exciting. And what's most important, though, is how I started the day and how I'm going to end the day. Because really, there wasn't anything in between that was bad. It just wasn't that exciting. Anyways, we're about to go in here. We're about to work out. All right. I knew that shit was going to happen. This mirror that I put up today with that weak-ass Velcro fell down. Look at this. Look how sick this is, guys. The sun's beaming straight through here. Looks incredible. Anyways, we're in a hurry. While that sun's right there still peeking, we're going to get this workout done quick. Just thought I'd share my stupid Velcro idea failure.
Kingdom first, everything else after. Up in the morning on my own, Bible open. Married to my queen, that's the vow, that's the token. 3 little girls in the hall still dozing. Reason that I grind, keep my purpose in motion. I ain't chasing likes, I'm chasing legacy. Every single step, that's faith plus strategy. Dream in my heart, God's hand on the plan. I move, he multiplies more than I can. It's that kingdom over rat race. Grace on my family, hope in my face. Work to live, not live for the pay. Building a faith every day, yeah. This that freedom in our lifeline. Trust in the Lord, not stuck on the grind. Welcome to the walk, come see how we chase God, not just money.
Okay, dude. The watch says it lasted exactly 30 minutes, 3 seconds. What an incredible workout, dude. There's nothing about it that sounds cool before we start. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds cool before we start. It doesn't really sound cool once we're in it. It hurts. It's hard to breathe. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. My stomach gets in the way so bad on that rower that I can't believe I struggle the most with that machine. But I do. You know, the bike, the stomach doesn't get in the way as much. The ab thing a little bit. But that rower, man, having to roll over that stomach every single time. Being fat is so not good, man. So not good. One of the things I haven't even thought about when it comes to this journey and losing weight and just getting healthy, it's not even about losing weight. Losing weight's going to be a side effect of this new habit for the rest of my life. But I didn't even think about the mobility that I'm missing. You know, it's not very often that life serves you with circumstances that require you to move as quickly, as aggressively, and as long as you do in the gym for something like this endurance workout that I just did. But man, if it did, I better pray for a ton of adrenaline. I know adrenaline can cause you to do incredible things, but adrenaline can only go so far. And then there's willpower and determination, obviously in moments of emergency. But yeah, I never really stopped to think about that, just how limited my mobility has been for the last few years. And so that just adds another thing to the list that I'm going to be getting back. Anyways, enough of that bullshit. This was an incredible workout. What a way to end the night. This made up for that nap completely. I don't feel bad about that shit at all. We're going to go home, see what the girls are doing. I think they're watching Zootopia 2. I'm not really a big movie guy. I know there's people that would probably say like, oh, that's sad you don't watch movies with your kids. Like, no. I do a lot of shit with my kids. They don't want to watch movies with me because all I do is fall asleep. Cold plunge, since we did the endurance workout, we can do that. I'm not worried about muscle growth. Haven't been saunaing. Need to get back in the sauna. And then I can take you guys with me. We'll jump in the sauna tonight. Take you guys with me. Check out my redneck sauna. But my sauna is only redneck if you got a fancy one. But for most of you who don't have a sauna, can't call it redneck if I at least got one. Works great. I love it. Obviously, I'd much rather have a fancier one than the one that I've got. It gets just under 200 degrees. Hovers between like 189 and 193, which is fucking plenty hot enough for me. And it fits in my closet, our walk-in closet. It's dope. So I just thought of something. I think of this time to time. And I didn't really know when I started all this what I was going to be sharing a lot. Actually, I need that in still so I can reach the pen pad from a short little arm. Anyways, I just have these moments where I become incredibly aware of what I'm doing and how fucking lucky I am. I had an incredible life, and I wouldn't change anything about my life. But there is one thing that's true. This sunset, you guys, hold on a second. I gotta see if you guys can see this. All right, back to our regular scheduled program. I love my life, and all of my life, the good and the bad, are part of the journey that led me to where I am today. The wife that I have, the children that I have that had to come through other relationships that, wouldn't have happened had I not made some of the good decisions that I made and some of the bad decisions that I made. But I feel incredibly fortunate for the way my life panned out. But sometimes, like when I'm locking up this gym and I'm hurrying home to get home to my girls, just how fucking lucky and how blessed I am. And I know I probably have said that a lot, so let me be clear, because that's not exactly all I'm trying to say. If you rewound my past, watch some of my life, there was just as good a chance that I shouldn't fucking be here today. For a number of reasons. Accidents, bad choices I made. Anyways, doesn't matter. Nonetheless, I'm fucking lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky and so blessed that God gave me an opportunity to rewrite my story when I had already wrote one that was sad enough and reckless enough that I didn't necessarily deserve another chance to rewrite my story. I'm just saying there have been people who've made far lesser mistakes than me in life who are no longer here to get an opportunity to rewrite their story. You have an opportunity to rewrite your story. Start rewriting it today. All right, so we're in here. I know nobody's gonna believe it, but I have a thermostat in here. It's like an oven thermostat that I've rigged up to the ceiling, and then I have the digital display outside. Recently, when I turn it on, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I broke it or what, but now when I turn it on, it won't tell me the temperature. It just beeps at me, so I've got to get a new one, and then I'll show you guys that it truly does get that hot. You can't see it, but on this front window, there's a window just like this one right here in front. I like to put my phone, I've got a little phone holder up there on the outside of the sauna. Put the phone up, watch videos. That's kind of how I keep track of how long I've been in here, is just kind of keep track of the duration of the video and how far I've made it through. On days that I don't cold plunge before I get in, which is most of the time I use the sauna, I can stay in for probably, it depends, man. Sometimes I can't go much past like 13, 14 minutes. Sometimes I can stay in 18 to 20 minutes. It just depends. Also, sometimes I wear a hat, sometimes I don't. I probably am a little bit more of a firm believer in the hat. I just wear a stocking cap when I get in, just to protect my dome piece. But not after the cold plunge. I don't. I want all the cool body temperature to go away. Tent version of it, the canopy, whatever you want to call this version of it, Amazon, you can probably buy this without buying the steam portion. And then 2 of the black radiator style space heaters. I got mine at Lowe's. And then just little regular old extension cords. And then I run them to separate outlets. And if it kicked the breaker, which the first time I plugged them both into the same outlet, kicked the breaker, had to unplug one, go find a different outlet, got a longer extension cord for that one so it could reach further, hit the breaker, try it again, good, haven't had a problem since.
Ask me why I'm grinding like that, why I'm in the gym when it's dark outside. Well, I clock in and clock right back, I just look them in the eyes like it's for the rest of my life. Yeah, every rep, every check, every sacrifice, I ain't doing this twice. I'm building habits I can hand to my kids one night. So when they ask me why I'm staying on my grind, I say the rest of my life, I say the rest of my life. I'm doing hard things now, so it's easy for the rest of my life. Wake up sore, shoes by the door.
Tomorrow we're on another video. But this is just some crazy shit that I like to do. This was not a plan. This was not something that is necessary. I just got home and the girls were watching their movie and I got done with the sauna, cold plunge, was bored and had this poster board. It's something I've been saying a lot in my personal life is for the rest of my life, and it comes up all the time. This thing turned out sick, dude. I think it turned out sick. We're gonna hang it up in the gym.
Down, standing in the storm, I remind myself why I stay in this form. From the hustle to the health, all of this grind.